You're right there, Mark here with a discussional video on one-page rules, as you can hopefully see by the title, whatever I title this, okay? There's not really a script to this. This is more off the cuff. This is like take 5, alright? So you may say, Mark, why didn't you write a script? I struggle with that. Fine. Anyway, one-page rules and one of its pitfalls. And one of its pitfalls is, how do you get existing wargamers into one-page rules? Now, before you jump onto the keyboard and go, right, so just hear me out, okay? Now, I say existing wargamers that are happy with the game system they're already playing. Now, the reason why you may be going, Mark, why do you want to convert them over? The issue you can have at hand is similar to me, where the vast majority of the people that play wargaming in my area are happy and content with what they're already playing. And it's not the easiest to just get someone new into wargaming, okay? It's easier than it has been. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more accessible, a lot more just accepted. There's less of a stigma to wargaming. Now, when it comes to one-page rules, I've done some content in the past. That's why this is one of the reasons why I have been quite quiet on one-page rules, because I'm not getting a lot of personal experience in hand of one-page rules. Okay, I don't want to do too many videos when I'm not really playing it as much as I want to be able to, make the content for you lot. Because one-page rules inherently, from its very inception, from the creator of it, when he was interviewed, I believe, by Mini Wargaming, or along those lines, he created it to be an easier rule set than playing Warhammer 40k. In his mind, and a lot of people agree with that. So, I've got the page beside me of one-page rules. I'll put a link in the description so you can have a gander. Okay, let's just pop over. Okay, so you can see here, you've got Grimdark Future, Age of Fantasy, Firefight, Skirmish, Star Quest, Fantasy Quest, Warfleets, Regiments. So they are all great analogs and options of how to play war games. Because, for example, Grimdark Future and Firefight, 40k and Kill Team respectively. Age of Fantasy and Skirmish, AOS, Warcry, respectively. Stargrave, Frostgrave, Dungeons and Dragons, those kind of games. Warfleet, great option if you got some of the Battlefleet Gothic ships, or you got 3D printed proxies, so on and so forth. Okay, and then you got regiments. That's old world Warhammer Fantasy, many other regimented game systems out there. Okay, so how do you get people that are happy with their game system that they're already playing to give it a shot? Because the game is primarily miniatures agnostic, there is nothing stopping those people playing with their existing force and trying one-page rules. And this is more of an open question to you lot. How do you make it more inviting for people to give it a go? Not to say, down with the bourgeoisie or something like that, just emigrate fully over. More like, if you want to have a chilled out beers and pretzel kind of game, or games, because it could be quicker, why not give that a go? Because one of the biggest headaches that I'm having, and many other people that I've discussed to are having, is when you're an adult, you don't have a lot of free time. So you may only have one afternoon of a week that you can play war games. Now, are you going to play your favourite game system, insert X, or are you going to try one-page rules? Well, if you're happy with your game system, why should you try another game system? Do you see where the conundrum's coming across now? And that's why, personally, as I said, return back to it, I haven't been making much content on one-page rules for quite some time, because I haven't been getting the games. And as I said in previous videos, one-page rules is a very straightforward, low entry point game system to get into. If you get your miniatures of your choice from wherever you want to, you can get green army men in the bags, if you remember those back in the day. I think they're still about, or anything like that. Get a bit of terrain or floor hammer, like with boxes and stuff like that, and play with your buddy. Have a tape measure, have some six-sided dice, which you could probably find in a board game of your choice somewhere in your kid's collection or something like that, or go to a charity shop or whatever. You can start playing. So, I say it again. If you out there watching this video as we speak have a way that you've succeeded in opening up to, some people, as this is an option for people to play. If you want to relax, we can give it a go. How did you go around it? Because for me personally, I found it a little bit of a headache to be able to get people to play it, because there's no point me trying to bash people's heads and go, no, you got to play this, you got to play this, because it digs people's heels in, and it's not fair on me doing that per se. But I have noticed some people are wanting to play more easier games, so I may be able to get some people into playing it just by going, why don't you give me like an hour to 2 hours of your day? I've got some armies we can play with. You choose the army you like the look of. I'll just build a X point list, and I'll play with an X point list, and we'll give it a session. That's the only way that I've seemed to be able to get people open to the idea of it, which is quite normal for getting people into wargaming. Normally with wargamers, say for example Bolt Action, I've been enjoying it. I've got a 2-player starter set, so down the line, once I've built the Africa Corps, the counterpart to the 8th Army British force, I'll have 2 forces that I can then play with someone to be like, oh, you're interested in Bolt Action, give it a go. And that's the only thing I can think of doing from my personal experience, is having 2 forces. But I don't know if there's any other easier way, because as I said, inherently is one of the biggest strengths, but also a double-edged sword, is it is a valid and easy access counterpart to other war games. And yeah, it's how do you get other people to play it. But yeah, I do hope I am successful with getting a few games of one-page rules under my belt, because I wouldn't mind doing, some content on it. Maybe some battle reports or something like that. But I do know it's not going to be as easy as it can be, because I know one-page rules is popular in some parts of the world. Where I'm down in southwest England, Cornwall, it's not really sniffed at, in all fairness. I'm going to be brutally honest. For whatever reason, it isn't. But I do hope this has been somewhat of an eye-opener, interesting discussion for you lot. It's just voicing my thoughts out there and seeing what other people have had similar situations. It's not me name shaming or calling out people in particular or anything like that. Not at all. It's just my personal experience with it, and seeing, if people have been in a similar kind of vein to it. But yes, thank you so very, very much for watching through to the end. It means the absolute world to me. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Have a bit of discussion. I love seeing the discussions going on. I love it to bits. And I do hope to do some more one-page rules content down the line. I do have a few armies that I'm looking at doing. Maybe even the other half is interested in doing something along those lines, because she finds the rule set a lot more entry-level friendly. Okay? But anyway, I'm waffling, I'm taking your time. Thank you so very, very much for, coming along. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and I hope to catch some of you, if not really, in the next one. Ta-ra for now. If you've enjoyed the video and the content on the channel, why not throw a subscribe? And if you do so, don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified of all future content coming out. But on top of that, we have YouTube memberships now, starting from as little as £1 a month. All pennies go to supporting the channel, and you get plenty of rewards in the process. Thank you again, and I'll catch you in the next one.